Hello scholars, welcome to Dakshinai classroom. In the last lecture, we had talked about self-inductance and mutual inductance. What was self-inductance of a long solenoid? Self-inductance of a long solenoid was mu naught n square pi r square L, where n was number of turns per unit length, r was the radius of the loop, L was the length of the solenoid. And in case of mutual inductance across two coaxial solenoids, what was the formula? It was mu naught n1 n2 pi r1 square L2. How you take R1 and L2? How do you decide? Whichever one is the smaller, that you take. But we have studied in detail that how it is R1 and R2 and which R1 R2 you should take or which L2 you should take, that we have studied in detail in the previous lecture. In this lecture we are going to talk about that what happens when an inductor. What is an inductor? An inductor is nothing but a long solenoid. So when an inductor is connected to a battery through a resistor, meaning if I add an inductor and a resistor in series and I add those across a battery, then what happens? So that we are going to talk about in today's lecture. That is called your LR circuit. LR circuit, meaning inductor and resistance, like this. So under the LR circuit, we will study two things. Number one, when you switch on the supply, there is a growth of current in the circuit. So we will talk about growth of current. And second, suppose that there is already switched on, and if I switch off the circuit, then it takes some amount of time for current to be zero. Current does not immediately become zero. Why? Because when you change the current in a solenoid, according to Lenz's law, it opposes the change. So current does not immediately become zero. In case there is only resistor, current will immediately become zero. But since there is an inductor along solenoid, current would not immediately become zero. So that we will talk about decay of current. Decay of current. So these are the two topics, growth of current and decay of current in an LR circuit, that we are going to talk about in this lecture. Pause the video, note down, then we will start with growth of current. Now let us talk about what is an LR circuit and how there is a growth of current in an LR circuit. So here I have an inductor. An inductor is nothing but a solenoid, and there is a resistance, and here is a battery EMF, and there is a switch. Now this is your LR circuit. So right now switch is your open. Now what happens when I close the switch? So see here, at t equal to 0, before closing the switch, when the switch was open, there was no current through your inductor. Current is zero, flux is zero. When you close the switch, then what happens? If the switch is closed at t equal to 0, before t equal to 0, flux was 0 through your inductor. As soon as you close the switch, the battery will try to produce the current in this direction. Meaning all of a sudden, there is a change in current through the inductor. And since there is a change in current through the inductor, according to Lenz's law, your inductor will try to oppose this change in current. And since the current is increasing, because initially it was 0, now you close the switch, current is increasing. And since the current is increasing, EMF induced, self-induced EMF in your inductor will be such a way that it tries to oppose the change. Meaning, if the current is tried to increase in this direction, then EMF will be induced in the inductor in such a way that it tries to oppose, meaning EMF induced will try to flow the current in the opposite direction. So this terminal would be positive, this terminal would be negative, self-induced EMF. So self induced EMF in inductor will be equal to how much? That would be equal to minus of L di by dt. Now let us apply Kirchhoff's loop law for this loop like this, and let us start from this point. Let us write this as point A, point B, then here B, C, let us say it is point C, and that is point A, no problem. Now what we do is VB minus VA. So VB minus VA will be EMF. Then VC minus VB. So C is lower potential, B is higher potential. So VC minus VB will be minus of L di by dt, because that is the inductor, that is the self-induced EMF, that is that. Then VA minus VC, and potential decreases in the direction of current. So minus of I times R, that is equal to 0. That's how Kirchhoff's loop law works. Now let us write this as, rearrange this. If I rearrange it little bit, can I write it like this? EMF minus of IR equals L di by dt. I can write it like this. Let us rearrange it a little bit further. EMF minus IR divided by EMF minus IR L di by dt divided by L. Okay, no problem. Divided by L, which is equal to di by dt. Rearrange it a little bit further. Let us write this like this. 1 by L times dt equals di divided by EMF minus IR. Now see here, when you switch it on, current is increasing, but it takes some amount of time in order to become the maximum value or stable value. So this current is not maximum or stable value. This current will come out to be as a function of time. So what we are trying to do? We are trying to do is that at t equal to 0, current is 0. So we are trying to write the current as a function of time. So this. So here I can integrate this. How? dt at t equals 0, current is 0, and we want current at time t. So I will integrate this from 0 time to t. What about this? Current at t equal to 0, current is 0. So initial current 0. At t, current is I. So I. So integrating like this. Now what should be this integration? This integration should be 1 by L dt integration is t. From where to where? From 0 to t equals. What is the integration of di divided by EMF minus IR? So that integration, if you remember from basic mathematics, integration dx divided, or not like this, dx divided by a minus bx. So that may be written as minus of 1 by b ln a minus bx, like this. So here what you can do is, this can be written as minus of 1 by r ln EMF minus IR limit from where to where? From 0 to I, because at t equal to 0, current is 0, at t, current is I. That's how we are trying to write it. Now let us put the values, let us put the limits. 0 to t, it will be t by L equal to minus of 1 by r ln, from where to where? When you put I, it will be E minus IR. So EMF minus IR divided by, when you put 0, this becomes 0, but EMF is still there. So divided by EMF. like that. Let us rearrange it a little bit. Can I write it like this? Minus of R T by L. I took R here minus this side equals ln EMF minus IR divided by EMF, like this. This can also be written as, what is the meaning of ln? E to the power minus of R T by L equals EMF minus IR divided by EMF, like this. Can I write it like this? Let us rearrange it a little bit further. Let us write it like this. EMF times E minus R, E to the power, not E minus, E to the power. E to the power minus RT by L equals EMF minus IR, like this. Rearrange it a little bit further. Take IR this side and this total value that side. So IR equals EMF minus EMF times E to the power minus of RT by L, like this. Now take EMF common, divide by R. You will get what? I equals EMF divided by R bracket 1 minus E to the power minus of RT by L. That is your equation. Meaning, in an LR circuit, where L is the inductor, R is the resistance, EMF circuit switch is there. When you switch on the circuit, current does not immediately become steady. It takes some time for current to become maximum. So, in the meanwhile, at a given time t, if you want to know how much current is flowing in this circuit, then this is the formula that you can use. Here EMF is known, resistance is known, inductance is known, your resistance is known, only time you have to put. Everything else is known. So this way you can find current as a function of time in an LR circuit. Now remember, why the current is coming as a function of time? Only because there is an inductance, there is an inductor. If the inductor was not there, there was only resistance, then immediately current would become maximum. So that way here you can use this formula to find the current as a function of time. Pause the video, note it down, then we will discuss that formula a little bit further. So this is the formula that we have derived. Current in the circuit, LR circuit, is EMF divided by R, 1 minus E to the power minus RT by L. Now, what would happen at t equals 0? At t equals 0, that is right after switching on the circuit. Right after circuit is closed or switch is on. Switched on. Switched TCH on. So right after it is switched on, what will happen? So if I put t equals 0, just after it is switched on, just after. So I will be equal to EMF divided by R, 1 minus E to the power minus T0, so minus 0. Plus 0 minus 0, there is no such thing. So E to the power 0 will be 1. So this can also be written as 1 minus 1, which would give me what? 0 ampere. Meaning, just after switch is on or the circuit is closed, what should be the current in circuit? Sometimes they ask it, what is the current just after it is switched on? So just after it is switched on, current in the circuit will be 0. So just after closing the circuit, current will be 0 in circuit. So if the current is 0, then this inductor is behaving like what? when the current is 0. If you attach an infinite resistance across a battery, then what would be current? What is current? Current is EMF, potential divided by R, Ohm's law. So if the R is infinite, then current will be 0. So just after switch is closed, your inductor behaves like what? Inductor is behaving like an infinite resistance because there is a 0 current. So you can write that as a note. Just after switch is closed, just after, remember we are talking about just after, not a little bit more, just after switch is closed, inductor behaves like an infinite resistance. We are talking about just after. So just after it will be infinite resistance. Pause the video, note it down. Then we will talk about what happens after a long period of time. So in this formula, what can be the maximum current? Now here, I is equal to EMF divided by R 1 minus. So current can be maximum when this value may be minimum. And what can be minimum value of this? 0. So current is maximum when e to the power minus RT by L is what? 0. So I will be maximum, will be max when e to the power minus RT by L is 0. And when e to the power minus something is 0, let us say if I write e to the power minus x equals 0, then what you say? You say x equals infinity, like this. So here time should be infinite. So I will be maximum when t equals infinite. So after a very long period of time, current would become 0. So at t equals infinite, this value will become 0. I would become what? I would become EMF divided by R. This would be your I naught, which is maximum current. And at the time of maximum current, this circuit is behaving like what? What is the current? EMF divided by R. It is behaving as if inductor is not there. The current has become steady. There is no induced EMF. There is no Lenz's law. There is no self-induction. No nothing. Current has become steady as if EMF is not, this inductor is not there at all. Meaning, after steady state current has been achieved, your inductor will behave like it is not there at all. Meaning, it will behave like 0 resistance. Why? Because inductor will work only as long as there is a change in current. And when after a long period of time, if the steady state current has been achieved, current is now stable, there is no change. If there is no change, there is no use of inductor. So the inductor will behave like a 0 resistance. So at steady state condition, what is the meaning of steady state condition? Meaning steady state current has been achieved after a long period of time. At steady state condition, inductor behaves like a 0 resistance, like this. There is one more thing that let's discuss. Now I know that this EMF divided by R may be written as I naught. So let us write it like this. I equals I naught 1 minus e to the power minus of, now see here, this r is a constant, this L is a constant, and it is T multiplied. So can I write it like this? Minus of T divided by another constant tau. Because power can only be dimensionless quantity. You cannot write e to the power minus 2 meter or e to the power minus 2 second. E to the power can only be a dimensionless number. So if this here is time, then this should also be time unit. So this tau, let us write this in bracket. This tau is known as time constant of your circuit. Time constant of LR circuit. And what is the value of this tau? Value of tau is here, minus of R by L. So value of tau is L divided by R, like this. So time constant of an LR circuit may be written as L by R. So that way you can use this equation in order to find current through an LR circuit as a function of time. Pause the video, note it down, then we will solve few questions based on growth of current in an LR circuit. So let us try to solve one very easy question based on growth of current in an LR circuit. Now, here the question is, an inductor with inductance 20 millihenry and resistance R equals 100 ohm is connected to a battery of EMF 10 volt. Find, number 1, time constant. What is time constant? We have already studied time constant is nothing but inductance divided by resistance, L by R. So, L is how much? 20 millihenry, 20 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by, what is resistance? 100 ohm, 10 to the power 2. So that would be equal to how much? That would be equal to 2 into 10 to the power minus 4. 10 to the power minus 5, yes. 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 seconds. Or you can also write that as in millisecond. You can write that as 0.2 millisecond. So time period of that LR circuit would be 0.2 millisecond. Now, if you notice, time period of the LR circuit has nothing to do with how much EMF is induced, how much EMF is connected, battery. So let us say I take a battery of 100 volt EMF, then also time period will be same. If I take a battery of 1000 volt, then also time period will same. If I take the battery of 2 volt, then also time period would be same. So time period of the LR circuit is independent of the EMF of the battery connected. Okay, so that is your time period. Now what is second? Second is maximum current. If you remember, I max equals I naught, which is equal to EMF divided by resistance. What is EMF? 10 volt. What is the resistance? 100 ohm. So 10 by 100 is how much? 0.1. So 0.1 ampere is your maximum current. Now the third question. The time taken for current to become 99% of maximum value. Now remember, theoretically speaking, it would take infinite time for current to become maximum, because e to the power minus infinity, remember? So it will take infinite amount of time for current to become maximum. But how much time it would take for current to become 99% of maximum value, which is very close to 100%. So let us calculate. So we know that I equals I naught 1 minus e to the power minus t divided by tau, which is time period, like this. So I is nothing but 99% of the maximum current. So this can be written as 0.99 I naught equals I naught 1 minus e to the power minus t divided by tau, like this. So I naught cancel, that is 99 by 100. So 1 minus e to the power minus of t divided by tau that would be equal to 99 divided by 100. Take 99 by 100 this side, e to the power minus t by tau that side. What it will be? E to the power minus t divided by tau will be equal to 1 minus 99 by 100, that would be 1 by 100. So 10 to the power minus 2, like this. Take ln log base e both side. So what I will get? I will get minus of t divided by tau equals, yes, equals ln 10 to the power minus 2. So can I write it like this? Minus of t divided by tau equals minus of 2 ln 10, like this. Minus minus cancel. So t will be equal to time taken for current to become 99% of maximum value will be equal to how much? Time period times 2 times ln 10, like this. Now what is time period? Time period we have already calculated how much? 0.2 millisecond, 2 into 10 to the power minus 4. So time will be equal to, here it is also 2, so 2 to 4. 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 times ln 10. And ln 10 is how much? 2.3. So this is how much? 2.3 times 4. 2.3 times 4 is how much? 9.2. 9.2 into 10 to the power minus 4 second. Or if you want to write in millisecond, then it would be how much? 0.92 millisecond. Meaning, while theoretically it takes infinite time for current to become maximum, but practically what we are saying, that practically we are seeing that current becomes 99% of maximum value in approximately 1 millisecond. So current becomes maximum in a very short period of time practically. Theoretically it takes infinite amount of time for current to become maximum. So 99% becomes only in this very short 10 to the power minus 4. So approximately 1 millisecond. So practically it takes very small time for current to reach the maximum value. Pause the video, note it down, then we will solve another question based on this. Now let us solve another question based on inductance or LR circuit. Here the question is, a coil of resistance 40 ohm is connected across a 4 volt battery. 0.1 second after switch is on, current in the coil is 63 milliampere. Meaning a coil is connected across a battery. Coil has some inductance and some resistance as well. Find inductance of the coil. Now how do we write the equation? I equals I naught 1 minus e to the power minus of t divided by tau, like this. So how much after? 0.1 second after. They have given me the value of t. How much is the current? 63 milliampere. This current is 63 milliampere, that is given. What is I naught? What would be I naught? I naught would be EMF divided by resistance. So 4 divided by 40. So let us write 63 milliampere. 63 into 10 to the power minus 3. That would be equal to 4 by 40, that is 0.1. 4 by 40, 1 by 10. 1 minus e to the power minus of 0.1 second divided by tau. Now, if I can find the value of tau, I can find the value of inductance because R is already known. Tau is nothing but L by R. Now let us rearrange this. So divide this here. So this can be written as 63 into 10 to the power minus 2 equals 1 minus e to the power minus of 0.1 divided by tau. Let us rearrange a little bit more. So e to the power minus of 0.1 by tau will be equal to 1 minus 0.63. 63 into 10 to the power minus 2 is nothing but 0.63, and which is nothing but 0.37, like this. Let us take log base e both side. So ln e to the power minus of 0.1 is nothing but 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 times tau, which is equal to ln 0.73. Correct? Now, this is nothing but minus of, this can be written as minus of 1 by 10 times tau, and this can be written as ln 0.73 is nothing but minus of 1. So minus of 1. 1 minus minus cancel. So 10 times tau equals 1. So tau equals 0.1 second. Now what is tau? Tau is L divided by R. So 0.1 equals L divided by R. What is R? R is 40 ohm. So what would be L? L would be 0.1 multiplied by 40, which is 4 Henry. So your inductance of your coil is how much? 4 Henry. So if you remember just this formula, you can solve any question based on growth of current in LR circuit. Pause the video, note it down. So let us solve one more question based on growth of current in LR circuit before we start discussing what is decay of current. So the question is, inductor of inductance 5 Henry has negligible resistance. There is no resistance of the inductor itself. It is an ideal inductor. It is connected to a 2 volt battery through a 100 ohm resistor. This battery EMF is 2 volt. This is 5 Henry and this is 100 ohm, like this. Find potential difference across resistor 20 millisecond after the circuit is switched on. Now, how do we know that? How much will be the potential difference? We apply Kirchhoff's loop law. So, EMF minus L di by dt minus I times R equals 0. So I times R is my potential difference across the resistor. So if I know the current 20 millisecond after the circuit is switched on, I can know the potential difference. So let us find the current. How do we find the current? We already know the formula. I equals I naught 1 minus e to the power minus of t divided by tau, like this. Correct? Now, what is time? Time is 20 millisecond. What is tau? Time period. Time period, resistance is 100, L is 5. So time period tau nothing but L by R, 5 by 100. 5 by 100 is how much? 5 into 10 to the power minus 2, like this. Now 5 into 10 to the power minus 2. Let us put the values here. I equals I naught. What is I naught? EMF divided by R. So 2 divided by 100. So 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. Correct. 1 minus e to the power. What is time? Time is 20 millisecond. 20 millisecond is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. And what is tau? 5 into 10 to the power minus 2. So 10 to the power minus 2 will cancel out. Minus of 2 by 5, like this. So I equals 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, 1 minus e to the power minus of 0.4, like this. So e to the power minus 0.4 is approximately your 0.67. So approximately 0.67. So I equals 2 into 10 to the power minus 2, 1 minus approximately how much? Approximately 0.67. So that will be how much? 0.33. So I equals 0.33 multiplied by 2, which is 0.66 into 10 to the power minus 2. So 0.66 into 10 to the power minus 2 ampere. That is the current 20 millisecond after the circuit is switched on. Now if this is current, what is potential difference across the resistor? Potential difference across the resistor is nothing but I times R. I is already known. R is how much? R is 100 ohm. So 0.66 into 10 to the power minus 2 multiplied by 100. So 100 10 to the power minus 2 cancel. That would be 0.66 volts. So potential difference across your resistor 20 millisecond after the switch is on is 0.66 volts. Pause the video, note it down, then we will discuss decay in the LR circuit. Now let us try to understand what is decay of current in an LR circuit and how it works. Now here I have drawn a circuit. Here it is inductor, here it is a resistor, and here it is a battery. Now initially the switch is on. Here it is a switch. The switch is on and the current has reached a stable, meaning current is already maximum value. Now if all of a sudden what I do is I remove this switch and add it here. If instantaneously, remember, time taken for circuit to move from here to here is assumed to be 0. So if all of a sudden that circuit is here, meaning all of a sudden battery is removed from the picture, then what would happen? At t equals 0, the current is maximum. Just before t equal to 0, current is maximum. So just before t equals 0, current is maximum. Now what happens when I move the switch here? Now the battery is removed from the picture. Now the battery is removed. There is no use of battery now. Battery is not supplying any current now. Now what will happen? The current will start decreasing. Now if the current start decreasing, all of a sudden what is happening? The flux through the inductor coil is changing. Inductor does not like that. So what it will try to do? It will try to maintain the current in the same direction. So there will be an induced EMF in your inductor. Which direction will be positive, which direction will be negative? Now remember, here current is trying to decrease, but the inductor will try to maintain the current at the previous level. So where will be that positive and where will be that negative? Like this. So because inductor has to maintain the current in that direction. Now let us try to know that what should be the current in the circuit as a function of time when it is decaying. Decaying meaning at t equal to 0, current is maximum. Now the battery is removed. So what should be the current as a function of time after the battery is removed? So let us apply Kirchhoff's loop law. Kirchhoff's loop law. From here, when you move that direction, what it will be? L minus of L di by dt, like this. Minus of L di by dt minus of I times R would be equal to 0, like this. That is Kirchhoff's loop law. Now this can also be written as like this: di divided by I would be equal to, take that to that side, R by L dt, like this. If I take that this side, minus of r by L dt. Now di dx by x integration is what? So let us integrate this. Integrate from where to where? Integrate. Current. Now remember, in this case, initial current is not 0. In this case, at t equals 0, just after the battery is removed, current is maximum, not 0. So your initial value will be I naught and final value will be I. So that you have to remember, that you have to understand, that right after the battery is removed, current in the circuit is not 0. Right after, just after the battery is removed, current is maximum I naught. And here integration will be how much? From 0 to t, like this. So di by I will be ln I. So ln I integrating limits from where to where? From I naught to I. That would be equal to minus of r by L t integrating 0 to t. This would be how much? This would be ln I by I naught would be equal to minus of r t by L, like that. This can also be written as I divided by I naught equals e to the power minus of r t by L. This can also be written as I equals I naught e to the power minus of r t by L. You can also write it as I equals I naught e to the power minus of t divided by tau, where I naught is the maximum current. What is the maximum current? I naught is equal to whatever EMF battery was just removed, that E divided by R, that is your I naught. What is tau? Tau is your time constant. Time constant is how much? L divided by R, like this. So that is your current as a function of time in case the battery is removed and the current starts decreasing in case of an LR circuit. So how much time it will take for current to become 0? Theoretically speaking, this to be 0, e to the power should be minus infinity. So t should be infinity. So an infinite time it will take for current to become 0. If you want to plot the graph, of current in the circuit versus time, current in the circuit versus time, when the current is decaying, so at t equals 0, current will be maximum I naught, and this current will exponentially decrease. So this current will decrease like this. At infinity, it would become 0. So pause the video, note it down, then we will solve a question based on this. So now let us solve a very easy question based on decay of current in an LR circuit. So the question is, an inductor with L inductance 20 millihenry is connected to a 10 volt battery through a resistor of 100 ohm. After a long time, circuit is short circuited and the battery is removed. What is the meaning of after a long time? Meaning that current has already reached its maximum value. Find the current in circuit 1 millisecond after the short circuiting. So we already know the equation. What is equation? I, let us write that here. I equals I naught e to the power minus of t divided by tau, where I naught is the maximum current at t equals 0, tau is the time period, t is the time e. Now, so I need to know I naught. What is I naught? I naught is nothing but EMF divided by resistance, 10 volt divided by 100 ohm, that is 0.1 ampere. 0.1 ampere. What is time period? Time period is your L by R. L by R. What is L? 20 millihenry. What is R? 100 ohm. So 20 millihenry, 20 divided by 100 into 10 to the power minus of 3. So that would be 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 3, 0.2 millisecond. So that would be 0.2 millisecond. So find the current in the circuit 1 millisecond after the short circuiting. So let us write. So I equals I naught. What is I naught? I naught we have already calculated, 0.1. E to the power. E to the power, that is what? E to the power time, 1 millisecond. So 0.2 millisecond, correct. 20 millihenry, that is correct. Resistance is 100 ohm, that is correct. 100 by 100, correct. So e to the power minus of time. What is time? Time is given as 1 millisecond. So 1 millisecond divided by time period. What is time period? 0.2 millisecond. 0.2 millisecond, like this. So that will be I equals 0.1 e to the power. Millisecond will cancel out. 1 divided by 0.2 will be how much? Minus 5. Minus 5. So current is, I is 1 by 10. Correct? Yes. 0.1 is 1 by 10. So 1 by 10 times e to the power minus 5. And e to the power minus 5 is how much? E to the power minus 5 is approximately, you can check your log table, approximately your 0.0067, approximately like this. E to the power minus 5. So that current I, 1 millisecond after the short circuiting is how much? 6.7 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by 10. So 6.7 into 10 to the power minus 4 ampere. So what is the initial current? 0.1 ampere. What is the current after 1 millisecond? This much. So within 1 millisecond, current has dropped 10 to the power minus 3 times. So that's how quickly current drops. Theoretically speaking, it takes infinite time. But the current in practicality, as soon as you remove, very quickly current drops. So pause the video, note it down. Now let us try to solve one more question before we wrap up this concept of decay of current. The question is, current in a discharging LR circuit drops from 2 ampere to 1 ampere in 0.1 second. Meaning initially the current was 2 ampere maximum and it dropped to 1 ampere in 0.1 second. Find time constant if inductance is 4 Henry, what is its resistance? So both we have to find. Okay. So what is our formula? The formula is I equals I naught e to the power minus of t divided by tau. What is I? Final current 1 ampere. What is I naught? 2 ampere. E to the power minus, what is time? Time is 0.1 second divided by tau, like this. So this is 1 divided by 2. So 1 by 2 equals e to the power minus 0.1 divided by tau. Take log both sides, log base e. So this will be ln1 minus ln2 and this would be minus of 0.1 divided by tau. What is ln1? 0. What is ln2? Approximately 0.7, 0.69 something. So approximately 0.7. So this will be minus of 0.7 equals minus of 0.1 divided by tau. Minus minus cancel, plus. So here tau becomes what? Tau is equal to 1 by 7. 0.1 divided by 0.7, that is 1 by 7. Time period is 0.1 seconds. Now, if the time period is 1 by 7 seconds, what is resistance? So you know that time period is nothing but L by R, which is equal to 0.7, not 0.7, 1 by 7 seconds. So L is given as 4. So 4 Henry divided by R equals 1 by 7. So R will be equal to approximately 28 ohm. Why I'm saying approximately? Because here I have taken a little bit approximation, so that is why resistance is approximately 28 ohm. Pause the video, note it down. So in this lecture we have talked about LR circuit, when an inductor is connected to a battery through a resistor. In this case we have talked about that initially when switch is on, when the battery is switched on, current is growing, growth of current. And if the battery is removed and it is short circuited, then there is a decay of current. We have also solved few questions based on growth and decay of current in LR circuit. Now if you pay attention, in case of decay, the battery is removed, and if the battery is removed, there is no source of energy, because battery supplies energy, battery does some work in order for current to flow, for electrons to move. But if the battery is removed, and for however short period of time, if there is still current in the circuit, who is supplying the energy for electrons to move now? Now the battery is no longer there. So what is happening here? While the current was growing in the circuit, your inductor was saving some of the energy. There was some amount of energy stored in the inductor. The same energy is released when you remove the battery and short circuit the circuit, and the current starts decaying. So in case of growth of current, the inductor stores some amount of energy. So in the next lecture we will be talking about how much energy is stored in an inductor. Until then, revise your concept, make your notes, try to solve as many problems as you can, and if you have any doubt, you can just drop a message in your doubt group.